Hello and good morning. This is Andy McCann coming to you from Woodstock, Georgia, where I own CrossFit Garage, and I'm doing crazy stuff out there to be healthy and fit. Actually, it's not even that crazy. I just show up every day. But then I'm using that fitness to do fun things. So today is set up fun things in your life so that you have an adventure on the books that you look forward to and that your training is going towards. And it can be anything. I'm going to go through a couple of things that I know people in the gym are doing, but it can really be anything. So like today, we did Murph. Actually, hold on. Let me drink some coffee. You could literally use Murph as your big adventure, the thing you're shooting for. Is it the pinnacle of fitness? No, it's just a long, grueling workout in honor of a fallen service hero. But it's a 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 squats, then a 1 mile run. Technically, you're supposed to do this with a weighted vest as well, and I think it's like a 40-pound weight vest. Let me see. I had that actually pulled up. Let's see right here. Yeah. So the official so there's this is kind of funny too. Everything gets copywritten. So there is a group that owns Murph as the word in the challenge. So you can't actually write anything or, say it, I suppose, without them coming after you. Putting on a shirt, like I had a shirt on today, but it never said the word Murph. You can actually do it MURF if you want. Anyway, on there it does say wear a 20-pound vest or body armor. I think it was supposed to be a 40-pound vest for guys and 20 pounds for girls. Let me look that up. Okay, so I'm looking at the CrossFit site, and it does say a 14-pound vest for ladies and 20-pound vest for guys. I feel like historically it was 20 and 40 pounds, but I don't see it. So, it looks like, interesting. So the Murph page comes off of the CrossFit page. So I guess it's more official than I thought. Anyway, come up with something fun to do. So I typically don't do Murph. And the reason is we only program it on Memorial Day. And I am typically at Camp Ocoee with my family. We've been doing that since I was 12. So what am I, 52? So that's 40 years of going to this camp. It's a different vacation maybe not every year, every season, I suppose, because now this time around, basically my kids invited everybody. And so it was full with college kids and recent graduates and younger folk. So my sister Vivian and I were the only, I guess, adults. No, they were all adults, over 30 people. Well, and our spouses too. But anyway, so it's an interesting adventure, but we had a dog issue, so I had to come back, and Levi was watching dogs, so we swapped. So he went up, and I came down. Good thing I came down, because sometime during the day, the rain was so much that my drainage system, getting the water away from the house, failed, and the water decided the best path would be to go through the unfinished basement area. But I was somewhere, and they said, hey, you should buy these. Maybe it was David Wallace. He works for Home Depot, and he said, you should buy these water detection things. Let me pull them up real quick for you. There it is right here. It's called the Watchdog 360 water alarm, 360 degree water alarm for $24. And it was a huge shaver. So it went off, and Levi's like, hey, what's all the beeping? And it's like, I don't know, but it's probably water. It's probably the alarm. And sure enough, it was. So we have some water in the basement. Not a big deal. Just spent an hour sucking it up with a HVAC or a shop vac. So I'm going to go to Home Depot and buy a few things. And that's my Memorial Day, is going to be fixing that. But anyway, so we came back for that of having some water issues. And last night it went off again. So around 11 o'clock, Verity was like, hey, something's going off. And I was like, nuts, because I would like to get a good night's sleep, because I wanted to do Murph for the first time in my own gym. And I did. So I went into the gym and I did it. And it was not ideal for me. I did not get as much sleep as I wanted. And because I was on vacation, I had travel butt, and so I needed to, wake up and have a morning coffee, and not everything was working. But anyway, went out and did the event, and it was okay. Did it in about just under 54 minutes. I think Murph was one of the first workouts I ever did in my life, back when Justin and I were working out in my basement with some really crappy gear, and we would do jumping pull-ups with a plumber's pipe between an unfinished door jamb area. And yeah, it was not a good environment, but that's what we did. Our kettlebell was a quarter-filled fertilizer bag, which I'm sure it was not great to be swinging a fertilizer bag, but yeah, that's what we did. Anyway, okay, so if you're in the Woodstock area, come to CrossFit Garage. Let us help you out. We got a bunch of people visiting. I hopefully will remember to contact everybody. Sometimes people are like, why'd you contact me? I'm like, well, you did just come to the gym. Other times I will miss it. And people are like, why didn't you contact me? I'm like, well, sorry about that. There is some automation, so everyone will get touched, but I like to do it manually as well. Okay, so we have the Murph Challenge. Come up with something awesome to do out there. There are 3 of us that are aiming towards this TNGA, which is the Trans North Georgia Adventure. It's a 350-mile bike packing adventure. So it's supposed to be a race, and some people will race it. The 3 of us are not going to race it. The goal is to finish. I think 100 people will start the race, and 80 of them or 90 of them will scratch out, meaning they'll quit somewhere during it because they just can't keep going. We're going to try to use our brains and in addition to our fitness. But anyway, it's a thing to do that says, hey, look at me. I did a thing. I am fit. It's a hard thing. We did it. So Matt Capron's thing is, I just did some tough stuff. What's next? He's like, this sounds pretty tough and dumb. Let's do it. So Randy likes this sort of thing. Randy Skeen, he's been adventure racing with me, or me with him. I guess he does it more now than I do. And so he's like, hey, I'm in. This could be kind of fun. Of course, life gets us. So will we all do it? I don't know. It's in August and we're, thinking about it. We got another guy, Steven, looking to do it. But if it's not on the books, you definitely won't do it. All right. Other things that people are up to. Oh, actually, no, this is more TNGA. This is their Facebook page. And so this coming weekend starts something that Shayna and Amanda had mentioned, which is the Big Brag. It is bike ride across Georgia. So brag. Now, the funny thing is all these guys, these bike riders, I've been looking at videos and watching and seeing how to do this. They're all riding road bikes or road bike-ish, and they've got on their singlets and they're very race looking or road bike looking. I'm going to be out there with a mountain bike wearing just shorts and a t-shirt because I'm using it to train for something else. Now, this thing is like, I think you bike 50 miles a day or something like that, but it's very posh in the terms of when you get to the end point for each day, they're there to help you out. So I thought, well, this is a good long supported race that I could really see, like, can I even do the other thing? If I can't do a couple days of 50 miles, then I'm in trouble. I know I don't normally train bike, so I probably am in trouble anyway, but we'll see. I'm going to learn a few things. Aaron and a couple folks do this thing called Everesting. So it's Mount Everest. It's it's 29,029 feet of climbing. So you can go out to different places. Let's see if I click on tickets. Where do I click on to see? Probably tickets. Yeah, here's their events. They got events in September in Trailer Park City, which that's funny, but it's sold out. Man, it's sold out. Tahoe, that's sold out. Wow. Snow Basin is sold out. Rainier is sold out. Wow. Mont Tremblant, I don't know how to say that, is sold out. Steamboat. Whistler, holy crap. Sun Valley, damn. Stratton, so I didn't know it. All of their events are sold out. So what does that tell you? They either need to raise prices or open up more events. But let's see. I think the price on these are pretty stout. Join the waiting list. I think the only thing I can do is join their waiting list. Let's see. I feel like it was like a $5,000 entry fee, which was over my price point. So I did not pick up on that one. Yeah, they don't have the price listed on there. Anyway, some of these things are priceless. You just got to do them because they're going to be super awesome. Some of them prices are going to exclude. So this one is very, I guess, much like the brag, it's supported. There's people out there doing a thing for you. So the more touch points you get from a human and safety points, the more it's going to cost. When you do something like the TNGA, there are no touch points. People are not helping you. You start over here in South Carolina and you finish over here in Alabama, and you just go. There are businesses along the way that'll help you, but nobody's actually, this is a fake race. There's no entry fee. There's no waivers to sign. It's just go out and do the thing. I take that back. I think someone did have you sign. I signed something. It was probably just, this is my emergency contact information. Anyway, other things locally, we've got Jeff runs Warrior Adventure Racing and Trail Running, so there's a whole bunch of events. Several of us are going to do the Bear, which is September 26th. Oh man, I keep saying the 20th. So September 26th, He does these events all over the place, but we pretty much only do the ones that are close or either in Georgia or close to Georgia. So you run, bike, and canoe. It's a redneck triathlon. And then he's got trail runs as well. I'll do a couple of these. I'll probably do the Blue Ridge. Well, yeah, the Blue Ridge one. This is the one I did last year. It was all right. And then Lisa Randall runs Mountain Goat Adventures. She's bike and run. So we'll do a couple of events with her. A lot of her stuff is here at Blankets Creek and Rope Mill. So why not, right? Anyway, my point isn't that you should do one of these. My point is that you should do something. Put it on the calendar so that you have a fun-forward event that you can prep and plan for and hopefully do with other people. It's way more fun doing it with people so that it gives you a better reason to build your fitness. Actually, let me pull up a podcast I did a long time ago. So I did a podcast. It's number 93. It's 20 life hacks for greater consistency at the gym or attendance or whatever. But one of those in there is, let me just read these real quick for you because they're pretty good. So if you're thinking to yourself, man, it is almost end of May, so half the year is gone. I haven't achieved my goals and I don't see a path for my goals. Well, these are the things, like you have to show up, whether it's investing or health or family or whatever. You need to show up and have some things in place to help you get there. So set goals, right? Have something. And that's kind of what this is. Set a goal, set a future thing out there, create a schedule. I do this all the time. I have 1 hour of working out every day and I move it around based on what my day brings. So when you work for yourself, nobody is your boss, but then everybody's your boss. So my day can change if I want it to, right? And sometimes I do because I want to be good with my tenants as well as at the gym. I want to be an owner that responds. So anyway, so my schedule it can fluctuate. I try hard not to let it do that, but it can. So if I block it and move it, I'll always keep it. So find a workout partner. Again, this is doing these big events and having someone to do it with you. I'm not saying go walk the Appalachian Trail and then, when you walk the Appalachian Trail, that is a really big one. That takes like 6 months to do, or 3 to 6 months. When you do that and you walk it with someone, they tell you, do your own, hike your own hike. So do your own thing because not everybody is going to be able to move at the same pace, nor do they have the same struggles. So while it's nice to be able to help somebody, you don't want to be responsible for someone's under preparation, right? So like if we're doing the TNGA, I'm going to tell them, look, I'll stick with you. My goal is actually just to finish, so I don't mind going slower, but I probably won't go faster. So if you feel the need to speed up, please do. I just want to make sure I stop at smart spots along the way. That way I can use cash as a survival tool and make it turn into anything, right? I just don't want to pack that much stuff. That'd be a problem. Okay, anyway. Find a workout partner. Choose a convenient gym. This is a good one. So Ed, new guy at the gym, he is Randy's friend and started doing some adventure racing with us. And I said, Randy said, hey, come to the gym. I said, I know the owner. I'll get you in there. Come on in. So he did. And he was with us. He's been with us for maybe a month or two. And so we talked and he said, I don't think I'm going to stay at your gym because the drive is kind of tough. There's another gym closer to me. I'm like, dude, right here, choose a convenient gym. Choose the thing that's easiest for you to do. Now, the weird thing is you get too convenient, like in your basement or in your garage. And if you aren't the right type of person that can do it, you actually fall off the wagon. It's so convenient, I'll just do it later. And later never happens. So don't do that to yourself. I like working out in the morning. I know there are people that, like today, it was great. David Wallace met Dan Pirelli, and they've both been at the gym for years, but one comes in the evening and one comes in the morning, and they really don't ever get to connect. So it's like, hey, do you guys know each other? And like, yes, we actually did meet once already for the Intramural Open, but I always find that fascinating that people that probably could be friends might never meet because of the wrong time zone, right? So, I mean, to take it to the extreme, Justin Lebrecht and Wendy Beck met at our gym and end up getting married and have kids, and they're great people. I love them. Had they not gone at the same time to say, hey, I like that person, you know what I mean? They could possibly have never met. So it's like that, butterfly effect. It's something where, your paths just may not cross. Anyway, pack your gym bag ahead of time. So I don't have a gym bag. I refuse to have stuff for the gym. I know, I own the gym. You're like, shouldn't you? The whole thing's your bag. I don't use equipment. Today for Murph, I just use my hands. Everyone likes to use grips. I just if my hands are going to rip, why don't I do it differently so they don't rip? What does that mean? And how do I do that? So I like to play that game. Now, I have nothing against gym bags and having the stuff. I don't know. I don't want it to keep me from working out, right? I don't want it to become a deterrent. Anyway, so variety in your workouts. And this is kind of what I'm talking about in this training with these events. If you pick something out there and you're like, ooh, it's kind of neat. It doesn't have to be a CrossFit event. It's just whatever. Like the things that I typically choose are longer distance, grueling things. And that's okay. David Wallace, he loves Spartan races. And yes, buddy, I plan to do one with you. Josh Stidham is into high rocks. And yes, I plan to do one with you as well. So my answer these days is yes. So Josiah said, hey man, you guys want to go do a thing? I was like, yes, I'm in. Of course, as we got close to the day, my wife said, hey, we should probably take Olivia out to dinner before she moves away and we don't see her as much. I'm like, we probably should do that. So the only day that worked with Evie's test schedule, because she was doing finals, happened to be that exact same day. So I try to say yes to everything, but sometimes it doesn't work out. Track your progress. We love doing that. Reward yourself. Stay accountable. Visualization and mental health. So talk to Coach Jamie about that. That's not really my thing. Fitness challenges. This is what we were talking about. Find something to promote or to showcase what you're doing. Actually, I love it when you guys are in the gym and you're like, hey, would you film me? Yes. And I guess it's not film. Would you record me? And then I send it to you and you can do a thing with it. So please, if you want your own data points, let me know. Typically, if I'm coaching, I do like a 4-second capture. And then when I'm done, I make it into some sort of a CapCut video to go on Instagram. But I also send those to people. And it's funny the way you guys react. Some people look at it and they're like, oh my gosh, look, I'm not going low enough. Other people are like, look at me, I'm so sexy and hot. So it's funny to see the reactions. And in reality, I don't even care what you're doing. Most of the time, I don't even look. I just use the data and send it. But or use it for the video or send it to you. What I want you to do with it is whatever you want. Cut it up and make a video or don't. But I would love it if more people did social media posts for us, because that builds excitement and we get to fill the gym with your people, and your people are probably going to like because they're like you, right? So anyway, there's a couple other things in here: gym date night, post-workout treats, progression or progress videos, work towards a special event. Just talked about that. Exercise as a social time. That's actually a big one for us. I think many of us love that aspect. Okay, this was not about consistency in the gym. I just wanted to pull out this one point that if you have big things on the list, like this 2029, the warrior races, the mountain goat adventures, these are just, things here that locally you can get involved with pretty easy. Dirty Spokes, which is a run bike thing. Let's see, mountain bike racing and trail running. Now, you don't actually have to be a racer. I do these things and I routinely come in almost dead last every time. Totally fine. It's still getting out and doing a thing and learning your body and how to express that fitness. So it could be any of this stuff. There are more. And you could do things that aren't necessarily I paid to participate. You can say, hey, I'm going to walk all of the Georgia Appalachian Trail, which is about 90 miles. Yeah, go for it. That's an interesting thing to use your fitness for. Again, it's a little bit more fun when you do it with people, and it's a little bit more fun when there's some sort of timestamp to it. So you can say, hey, look at me, and then try it again next year. Here's another one, Revolution Running. Let's see, their race calendar is already out. I need to go through these for myself. They got a lot of them. They got Columbus, Georgia, Griffin, Georgia, Blairsville, Columbus, Molina, Jackson. There's a whole bunch of them here in Georgia. There's also bike rides that have nothing to do with for time. It's just for distance. So they call those bike tours. So if you're going to bike pack, but there's no time domain and it's with a group, they call it a tour. If you're on your own, it's bike packing. If there's a time crunch, then it's a bike packing race, right? Or it could just be a mountain biking race. Like Lisa does those at Blankets Creek, where you just do as many laps as you can in like 4 hours or something. Okay. So what's the point of today's video or podcast or whatever it is, depending on how you're consuming this? It's that you should pick something out there that you can reach for. Let's take an example. I would do it slow and easy at first. Let's go with this adventure racing stuff. Okay. So the Blairsville Adventure Race, they've got a 24-hour adventure race and a 10-hour adventure race on September 26th. If it's my first time ever, I'm going to do the 10-hour. Duh, right? They've got some trail runs. They've got a 50K, 30K, and a 15K. at Blue Ridge. I did the 15K, and I would suggest that for you. The first time you do it, do something simple. Let's see. We just did Mountain Goat Adventure Racing. She just did the 17th. So the next one is the September 12th. She's got the Fool's Gold 38 and 54 mile bike race. So I would do the 38, right? Do the smaller one. Just pick the easy stuff. There's another Garland Mountain. Oh, that's a trail run. That should be pretty fun. I wonder what the distances are on that. Garland Mountain's a great place. It's a skeet shooting or sporting clay and all that. So you go out and shoot. That is some good stuff. So it's a 4-mile race and a 13.1 mile race. I bet you there's probably another one as well, distance-wise. Anyway, so I would choose the smaller one. Maybe not the 4-mile, or if you've never done it, pick the easy one first, right? So then Dirty Spokes, they've got some stuff. Let's go look up theirs. Let's do the trail running. Can't even speak. So they've got one coming up. I don't know. Let's pick. Is there one that Fort Yargo, December 5th? We know where that is. That's Winder. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Cartersville. That's super close. Iron Hill. I think that's at Red Top Mountain. So that's super close. Let's see what the distances are. So there's a 7.5 mile trail run and a 3.8 mile trail run. Yeah. So go pick one of those. It's close. Go do it. Yeah. It says it's right there at Red Top Mountain. Perfect. I know exactly where that is. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff out there for you to do. There's a lot of interesting things out there for you to do. Like this, the 29029. I've never even heard of that before. They actually have one at Stone Mountain. Let me look that up for you real quick. Well, I can't find it easily. Anyway, there was a go up Stone Mountain so many times like you're going up Everest. I'm just saying there's stuff around that you can find that is interesting. And it doesn't even have to do this. I think there's Cornhole Woodstock, GA. There's events like Skylar and a few others do baseball or softball, and David does cornhole. So I was looking for, it's Reformation Brewery. So they're sponsoring it. I don't know if it's actually their event or if it's, I lied. It doesn't show up. Let's see. Spirits, about stories, newsletters, Letterman. It doesn't say. I don't have the way to find it. Oh, well. Anyway, you can find local things. You can find stuff to do. The point of putting it out there is so the real point is to make you more consistent towards your health and fitness goals. That's the real reason. But it also elevates the why for what you're doing. Now, if you're like me and you have a really good future casted why, I want to be healthy and fit enough to coach my kids' in soccer. Well, that's always on my mind. And this is why today I woke up at 5 a.m. to get to the gym at 6 a.m. to do Murph for the first time really ever for an hour. It took me 53 minutes. And I did that because I have a future casted vision. And part of that is getting up and doing the workout. So that motivates me. But you should find a thing to motivate yourself. There's even really cool things like the Silver Comet Trail. Silver Comet has one word, comment trail. There you go. So you could ride the Silver Comet Trail, which, oh man, this website looks like it came from the 80s. So there's a map of it. Does it show up okay? Yeah, I can sort of see that. But it starts in Cobb County and goes all the way over to the border of Alabama. And then you pick up their trail, which is like the Talladega Trail or something like that. And it goes another 80 miles. So you could do your own little bike packing adventure on cement, right? The whole way. So it's super easy. It's not trails. And there's easy ways to get off and go to a town. Actually, I have it in my books to try this. I don't know, it keeps falling off because I like to do things with people, even if they're just near me, not actually with me. I'm okay with that. But doing it by myself, it's like not as fun. So I don't. Anyway, guys, hey, look, doing health and fitness can be tough, but it doesn't have to be. It can be easier if you follow some basic principles. And one of them is consistency. And in that is having an event out there for the future, right? The other is to do it with people. So if you're at our gym, just write on the board and that whiteboard over by the TVs and say, hey, I'm interested in, and then put it up there. So Coach Jamie puts a lot of stuff up there. I put a lot of stuff up there, obviously. David and Josh put things on the wall. But if you're interested in something, yeah, put it up there. Somebody else might write their name underneath it, right? And then you can talk to them. If you find somebody and you don't know who they are, just ask me. I know everybody in the gym for the most part. The 5 a.m.ers, I don't know so well because I'm never going to that class, but I usually see them when I'm coming to the 6 a.m. So we pass each other. Yeah. Okay. So look. If you need help with your health and fitness, we are here for you. If you're not local to Woodstock, Georgia, that is okay. Give me an idea of roughly where you live, and I will help you find a gym that would make some sense for you. If you are trying to do a thing and you're hitting your head against the wall, like lose weight or whatever, hire a coach. It'll speed up the process to help you get to where you want to be with the knowledge that they've already done and the reps that they've already done. So for you, N equals 1. You've only done this one time, right? When you do a study, you want the number of times, number of components or whatever, in this case, like people who have done weight loss, you want it to be in the thousands, so you have a lot of reference points. But for you, it's always going to be 1 because you're the only one doing it. When you hire a professional that does this for a living, then their N is like 1,000 because they work with people all the time. They're going to shortcut your process. You're going to use cash as a shortcut to get to the goals that you want a little bit faster. All right, guys. Hey, this is Andy McCann. I am here to help. We are trying to help you lay a firm foundation in fitness, food, and finances. Y'all take care.